The Grammys last night?
Nah, I'm watching that shit.
I ain't watching either. I saw a little bit of that Bruno Mars performance though. That's my jam right there.
Beyonce though.
I'ma leave the door open, girl. Woo, that boy got vocals.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Well, good morning. I'm tripping.
Long weekend, huh?
Good weekend. Great weekend.
I like it. Me too, man. Me too. Before we go ahead, you can kick us off, bring us in.
Man, as always, man, we appreciate y'all. Another episode. The Man to Man Pod. I'm man Swampathay. Got my co-host D Bud. I like the hat, man.
Oh yes, sir. Fresh off the presses, man.
DB, man. So
cooking some shit up over here.
We tapping back in, man. We got a lot to talk about today, man. We got the NCAA bracket, tourney time. Drew
All of
Brees,
us pretend like we college basketball experts.
Right. Drew Brees, man, announced his retirement. A hell of a career. NFL free agency. So we got a lot to talk about, As always, yes, man, y'all put y'all questions in the comment section, man. Y'all highlight us, let us know what's on your mind on this good Monday morning.
For sure, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Before we get started on some sad news, condolences out to my former high school coach, former pro, played 6 years with the Dolphins, Calvin Jackson, Fort Lauderdale legend, man. Was a big time player down here. Dillard High, went on to Auburn University, and like I said, was coached me on the defensive side of the ball in high school. So it was close to the family and stuff. He passed, I think last night. So condolences to him and his family, man.
No, for sure. Prayers.
Yeah, for sure, man. Obviously Drew Brees.
Yeah.
Drew Brees hung it up after 20 years, man. If you was a Saints fan, he was probably nervous that he's gonna come back and try to squeeze one more year. But he finally announced his retirement 15 years to the day where he signed there as a free agent. Outstanding career. Obviously, me and Antoine played against him multiple times. But what was your thoughts on him hanging it up? What's your thoughts on Drew Brees? What's the first thing that come to mind when you hear Drew Brees?
Man, stinking ass, and the Saints beat us in the Super Bowl. But man, I would say this, and I think from having, like you said, played against him a number of times in the Super Bowl, in the regular season, and just being able to sit back and just watch what he was able to do for the city of New Orleans, just in general, what that Saints team did for the city when the city was going through what they was going through after Katrina. And then just the numbers that he put up, the type of player he was, man. I think he's first in almost every category except for one behind Tom Brady. I mean, it just speaks about, just the way he played the game, what he was able to bring to the field, what he was able to do for that team, man. So hell of a career, future Hall of Famer. So congrats on his great career. And obviously, I think he signed with who he signed with.
He signed with NBC Sports.
NBC Sports. So looking forward to getting his take on some of these games.
You think he's gonna be good? So he's gonna be doing he'll be Sunday Night Football studio analyst, Notre Dame game analyst, and Super Bowl and Olympics coverage. So obviously some big time gigs, fresh out of football. Romo probably did, I would say, the best job going, that's most seamless transition going from the field to the booth. You think Drew will be good in the booth? I don't know.
We're gonna see. I mean, but it depends on what you call good. You know what I mean? Everybody has their opinion on what's good to them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
As far as I think what makes I think what's going to help Drew just being and I can't say every quarterback because every quarterback can't make that transition, but just the way you're able to deliver and speak in layman's terms, so the casual viewer can understand the game, and I think that's what Romo does a great job of. just explaining the game so the viewer can kind of really understand.
Yeah, he breaks it down. He makes
breaks
it
it down really
relatable.
well. Yeah, so
But he got a lot of energy, man. That's the thing about Romo. He got a lot of energy. He makes you, feel like he just having the most fun in the world in that booth. But like you said, we're gonna see. Obviously, Drew.
I ain't gonna say the most fun, but I ain't gonna say he make it seem like he having the most fun. But I get it. I can't hear you. I don't know. Your sound went out. Say something. You're drawing low. I don't know if that's mine, but you sound dumb low. Do your butt sound low to y'all in the comments?
How that sound?
You better. You back.
All right, we back.
Yeah.
But yeah, Drew obviously super knowledgeable, and that's the thing that I remember playing Drew is just him. Obviously, you could tell he was so prepared, and him knowing him being deadly accurate, and there ain't nothing like kind of being in one of them blenders with those quarterbacks, some top tier quarterbacks, and Drew was always on point. I don't think I beat Drew. He might be the one quarterback that I didn't get a chance. I think I'm like 0-3 against Cuz, man. I'm glad he hanging it up.
Yeah, I played Drew a couple times. I think he beat us in Super Bowl 44. He spanked us one year. We was in the year we went 2-14. We went down there. That was a bloodbath. It was probably like 30-something at halftime. But then I was able to get him in Indy one year when I was with the Niners. We went out there and we got him. So got me a pick off Drew too. So
yeah, I ain't get him. Got it
again, man. Good, though, man. Shout out, man. Good, great career. I think
career.
Somebody asked a question about his height and was his height an issue? It wasn't a huge issue, obviously, because of the numbers that he put up. But if you look at it, I know a lot of times that's why, especially when we played him in the Super Bowl, that was one of the things that we wanted to do was push the pocket, push the middle of the pocket to make it tougher for him, so he could elevate the ball. That was like a lot of times why they say he was in the shotgun, so he could be able to see. But the question is, if he was taller, would he have been better? I don't know how much better he could have got.
He got all the numbers, man. He found passing lanes. And honestly, for me, I don't know how you feel about this, but for me, like it's tougher on DBs when that quarterback is small, when you can't see him behind that line, and he's obviously finding passing lanes and looking. But when you're a safety or you're a corner, you in a deeper part of the field, you can't really see that release point. It's hard to see. It's easier to see those taller quarterbacks standing in the pocket. So obviously, it wasn't an issue with him. As a lifetime Dolphin, we almost had him down here, man. We almost had him. He didn't pass the physical. I actually heard Nick Saban talking about it the other day on Pat P and B Max podcast. So yeah, man, he's hanging it up. Great career, and like you said, man, he's just getting started. Done some great things in that New Orleans community too. So shout out to him and his fam, man.
No, for sure.
What you think is next for the Saints at the quarterback position? They obviously restructured Taysom Hill's contract.
I think that was some space. I think that was a good move. I think hopefully they're clearing that space for Jameis, man.
That's the word on the street. They want to sign him to be the starter.
So I think you don't have to go far. The man is right there in your building. He's been able to sit behind Drew, get acclimated to the offense. I think it'll be a good place for Jameis, man. And I think it'll be a good look. I think it'll be a great look.
I think so too, man. There was Sean Payton, like you said, been in the meeting room with Drew. The one thing you always hear from the Saints organization is how he prepares, being the most prepared guy on the field. So for Jameis to see that, and Jameis, it seems like Jameis has been a hard worker since he's come to the league. He's always been talented. Obviously, his thing was just the turnovers.
Yeah.
He's always been able to put up points, put up yards, and that's tough to do in this league, and he's done it consistently. So now it's turning over, limiting the turnovers, and getting wins. And they got a good defense. They've had a good defense over the years. Obviously lost some pieces, but yeah, man. If you're the Saints, man, I say you do everything possible to keep Jameis in that building, man.
For sure, no question.
Keep Jameis in that building. I couldn't go out there with Taysom as my full-time starter. I personally wouldn't feel great about that.
Yeah. Man, shout out to my my peoples over at Zenwater, man. Zenwater, man. Good, my good folk.
Okay.
You know what I mean? If y'all out there, man, they doing some good stuff out here in the community. So y'all tap in.
What they got in the water? They got something special. Alkaline, what is it?
Yeah, alkaline, man. And you know, they doing some, you know, as far as recycling that plastic. Doing some real good stuff. So y'all tap in if y'all can.
That's what's up, man. Who else? We got Cam. Cam went back. He re-signed with the Patriots. I didn't see it coming, honestly, until he went on the I Am Athlete pod, and then he was talking about his relationship with Bill and how he'll want to go back and et cetera, et cetera. You heard the same thing kind of from Bill's side, but they actually signed a deal. I think it's $6 million, possibility of getting up to 14 with incentives. What you think about that move?
Hey, I think it was it works out for them. Obviously, you know, both sides see some good in that. Honestly, like you said, I didn't see it coming, but you know, we'll have to see, man. A good deal for Cam. Love to see it for him. But again, you know, you got to get some weapons around them, and then got to have.
They got a lot of cap space over there.
You got to get a lot of and then you know, I just think Cam got to play a little better too. And I think he knows
definitely,
that he has to play a little better at the position, but. I'm glad to see that he was able to get that 1-year deal, and hopefully they can make it happen.
Yeah, man. So they got according to this post, at least the most cap space now.
So you
71.
You know Bill. He going.
Bill gonna finesse it.
Yeah, he gonna make something happen. What's the biggest need you think? I think defensively. I think they'll be good, you know what I mean, with all the guys that opted out, and that's coming back. And then, like we kind of talked about with McCourty when he was on here, like even with the guys opting out and the guys that were able to get that playing experience this year, I think that's going to help tremendously this next season. So I think the most important thing, if I was them, I would focus on that offensive side of the ball. And being able to get some weapons around Cam, and you know, so they can do what they can do, and then Cam can flourish.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and agree with Tone. They need receivers, and obviously that's obvious. But receivers, I think what Cam always had in Carolina's best years was also a good tight end, a good pass catching tight end. You saw Greg Olsen. Shout out to Greg Olsen and Thomas Davis too, man.
Yeah.
They went to Carolina and did their official retirement ceremonies together. Two legends, two great men off the field. Two of my former teammates. Shout out to them two guys too, man. But getting them some receiver weapons, running backs, catching the ball out the backfield, tight ends, receivers, and then obviously him having that full year in that system, I think will pay huge dividends as well, man. So, but like you said, he got to play better. He knows that. Once again, another hard worker. But you know, we got to see the results. And now he knows that. He knows it's a result business, especially up there.
Nah, for sure.
Especially up there, man. So, but I damn sure ain't counting them out. You know, that cap space with the guys returning, with Cam returning, because he was playing well. He was playing well before the COVID situation. But I like it, man. Curtis Samuel. Okay, maybe Curtis Samuel ends up over there, George. That might be a move.
Yeah. Maybe they might do something with OBJ. What you think?
Well, if you OBJ, would you want to go there with Cam? Because I feel like OBJ is in a point in his career where he want to remind cats who he is.
You want to remind cats who you are. You want to win.
He want to remind cats. He's a wide receiver. He want that ball. He want them yards. Obviously, he want to win too. But
that second though.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean that I wouldn't say a second, but if I'm a receiver, you
don't want to go there.
I need to know I'm getting 10, 12 targets a game. And I just don't know with that offense. I don't know if it's gonna be run heavy like it was last year. I don't know how that situation gonna be. So I mean, I don't know. We'll see. Would you want to go there as a receiver, as Odell?
No, I don't know.
I'm just saying.
I don't know.
It's been a couple years that I don't think a lot of people will put Odell in their top 5 right now. And that would have been unheard of 3 years ago.
Yeah, but I mean, honestly speaking, that's just what it is. Dealing with injuries. Yeah, you got to be out. You got to be on the field to be considered the top 5. I think, as far as talent wise, I think you still have him up there. Just knowing that what he's able to do, what he's capable of doing, what we've seen in the past years. But just as far as being out there on the field this past couple of years, him dealing with injuries. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say you was wrong if you didn't have him in your top 5 right now at this moment.
Yeah, we'll see though. I think he moves on from Cleveland. I think Cleveland moves on from Odell though, just for how that team's built, success they had last year. But still a great talent. Looking forward to him landing on his feet. Who else stayed with their team? Aaron Jones, he re-signed with the Packers.
Nice deal.
Market. Yeah, he got a nice 4 for $48. Well, that's the deal that Rosenhaus put out at least to Schefter. So we'll see the details. I was a little surprised by that deal, honestly, by them keeping him.
Wow.
They drafted Dillon last year in the second round. They had Jamal Williams, who's another good back. And we always talk about the running back position and its value. And obviously Jones is one of the best running backs in the game. But I don't know.
But we will talk about that running back by committee, right? You know what I'm saying? We'll talk about that 1-2 punch, and I think him and Dillon is that 1-2 punch. And then also I always look at the running back position as far as like it's really about how that team views that position or that player at that position. And then obviously A-Rod probably spoke highly of him. And the organization just like, yo, we need him in this building. You know what I mean? He makes our team better. So kudos to him, man. Salute to him getting that bread.
Yeah, I'm definitely glad he got paid. I wonder if he didn't anticipate a great market in free agency because everything going on with the cap. I thought the Dolphins would have took their shot at him. They need him back. But yeah, I'm definitely glad he got paid, man. Definitely got it. He balled. Even though he had a couple fumbles in the championship game last year, he been eating. He been balling.
I like his game.
In the pass and the run game. Who else? Levante David signed back. Yeah. What you got, my fault?
Yep. Nah, you good. After we talk about Levante David, I want to go out there to San Diego. They let Casey Hayward go, so I want to talk about that.
Yeah, man. I was just saying, just keeping their players. That's the first part of free agency, teams re-signing, and then you got the tampering period that starts, and now we got Casey, like you said, Casey Hayward out in LA just got released. Another good player. I think he's 31.
Yeah.
So still got a lot of tread on the tires for the cornerback position, man. A lot of good DBs, a lot of good players on the market this year, man. If you got money,
go get them.
If you got money, man, and you ready to make a run, go ahead and spend that bread. Where you think a good spot for him?
Anywhere.
I agree.
Anywhere. And then finding a top corner, man, that's tough. That's tough. I feel as though you can line him up against anybody right now. And as a defensive coordinator, that's what you want. Having a good corner who can one travel, can lock up a corner, but then even his experience, being able to have that type of corner in your defensive back meeting room, that's huge, man. So I think he could go anywhere and make that defense better in an instant. You know what I mean?
Yeah, agreed. I saw something that came out said he wasn't a scheme fit for the new for Staley's defense, which didn't make sense to me.
It doesn't make sense. Right?
Didn't make sense at all, but who knows who's putting that out there?
Yeah,
who knows who the hell putting that out there? What else we got?
So we got a lot of talks in here about a lot of questions about the Ravens and if they think if the Ravens will get a number 1 receiver for Lamar. I hope so.
They need it. Well, once again, if you're a number 1 receiver, that money got to be right for me to go in that situation, knowing that type of scheme. You know what I mean? Because I mean, I trust Lamar as a quarterback, and if they open it up, if they run them more, you gotta incorporate the pass. You know, a little. We talked about it last year. Like you got that offense got to evolve, man.
Evolve.
We know we got a weapon at quarterback. Been able to run the ball. We know we went and got J.K. We got Gus Edwards back there. They actually just went out and signed what guard did they sign? Did they get Zettler? Yeah, they got Zettler from who's one of the top guards. So kind of replacing what they lost with Marshall Yonder going in last year. So that'd be big for him. But as a receiver, man, I got to know I'm getting that rock, man. So if you're going to go out and get a Galladay or a Fuller, anybody big time, they got to know they're getting that rock, man. So once again, if you're a receiver, is that a situation you want to walk into with that scheme? And if that money right,
I mean,
possibly.
I would.
You would?
Yeah, I mean, they're run heavy for sure. But as a receiver though, you got defense they're gonna stack the box to stop that run. So it's a lot of one-on-one matchups for me. So, if we watching film and hopefully, you got the gurus on the offensive side of the ball, when you see that and you got a number one receiver coming into the building, you would think you would draw some things up for that receiver. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, again, like you said, that's what this period is about. Receivers coming in the building. Hey, if I come in here, how you gonna use me? You know what I mean? Obviously, they can sell you anything. They can sell you anything. But at the end of the day, if I'm a number one receiver, I'm definitely looking at that situation. I'm looking at that.
Yeah, for sure, man. We'll see though, man. I want Lamar to keep taking them steps. A lot of people try to put all these knocks on Lamar, even when they a couple of weeks ago they were talking about they were in contract negotiation, then saying, oh, should Lamar get this, damn near $40 million bag? Yeah, right, he should. Got an MVP on his belt, multiple playoff appearances. Continue to take a step and going farther and further in the playoffs, man. So they just got to evolve, though, man. Got to.
Yeah.
Got to evolve.
I seen this. I know we're gonna switch paths a little bit, but I seen Pat and them talking about this earlier.
Shout out to the McAfee Mafia in the building.
All day.
Yeah, that happened last week.
How you feel about that? ESPN banning its employees from the Pat McAfee show.
Man,
they feeling the pressure.
Yeah, they that's all it is.
That's all it is. They feeling that pressure.
That's exactly what it is, man. I mean, it's just viewers and how media is being consumed overall. It's a shift. It's kind of shifting from the big networks to kind of people individually streaming the content, the people that's joining us now. Like it's just different mediums, and obviously Pat has been one of the pioneers, one of the trailblazers in that space. And I enjoyed the ESPN talent that came on Pat's show because you see a different side of them. You know what I mean? They're more relatable, more personable, and you're gonna have a better interview with Pat. So I feel like it's kind of ESPN kind of shooting themselves in the foot a little bit. But once again, like you said, it's business. You understand it from that standpoint. But now Pat was saying he ain't gonna go on their shit. So now it's like now you losing. So what you thought about it?
Yeah, like I said, they was feeling the heat. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, like obviously you go on these big markets, it's certain things they kind of limit you on how you can really express yourself. But going on the going on Pat's show, sure, you can be yourself. And I'm pretty sure they saw that. But then again, man, it's the big wigs feeling that pressure. Again, things aren't like they were 10, 15 years ago in this media space, man. And like you said, like Pat is one of the movers and shakers. But it was funny when I read it.
That was wild, man. But yeah, I not shocked by it. Not shocked by it, but it is what it is, man.
Yeah.
It is what it is. What else we got, man? Did you check out the player? You don't be watching golf like that, huh? I know you're a tennis fan. You ain't a golf fan.
Nah, I ain't golf.
So Justin Thomas, he won the Players, man. I think this dude shot 14 under.
Yeah.
14 under. Hold on, let me
I see you
make
trying
sure.
to. I see you trying to get into try to work on your golf game.
I'm trying to get back in my golf bag. I'm talking about back in like I was nice before. I'm trying to get in my golf bag, man. I started a couple years ago, then slowed down. It really just takes time, man. It takes time.
Patience.
You got to get out. Yeah, you got to get out there and really put the work in. It's a humbling sport.
For sure.
And in business, man. So any young players, any young professionals out there, man, men, women, whoever, if you got the time, man, get out on that course, man. It's a great place to network, especially down here in Florida. You know, we got a lot of nice courses. So when people that, you know, I do business with that come in town, most of them want to play golf. So I got to be able to at least get around them.
Yeah.
So I've been working at it. I'm trying to at least be respectable, man.
Yeah.
What's your game like?
It's doodle, man. When I was in Indy, man, it's crazy because we tapped into it. During the off season, man, we would go out. It was a group of us. We would go out, and like you said, at that time, I was young. I really didn't think about it. And then, like you said, it's a humbling sport. So being out there and playing like some trash, I was like, man, forget it. Got fitted for some clubs and everything. Gerard Powers, man, you still got my clubs too, bro. I need my shit back. But
I heard we get a discount too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get like a 25% discount.
Yeah,
one of my Sterling Moore just told me that.
So yeah, man, I've actually been thinking about it. I got some guys
get on that course, bro.
Yeah, guys around here that do a lot of golfing. So
get on that course, bro. Get back out there, man.
Yeah.
So we can start, you know what I mean?
Start doing some work, getting some stuff, man.
Yeah, but Thomas, man, he went 14 under and won the Players, which is a $15 million bag. Won the Players Championship. Westwood came in second. He was 13 under. Harmon and DeChambeau was 12 under. But yeah, man, that golf shit is tough. But it ain't nothing like, man. It might sound crazy, but when you hit like the perfect shot, it ain't too many better feelings in sports. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, and you know when you hit that shot too.
That's what I'm saying. When you hit that, whatever it is, it's like, ooh, shit, like it's dope, man. But what else we got, man? Oh, basketball. Let's get to the NCAA, man. So can y'all please tell? Let me look back at this bracket.
Hold on. Don't say nothing yet. Don't say nothing.
Well, you asking, man, because I think you tripping.
You think I'm tripping?
Yeah, man. So we got the 1 seeds in the tournament. The 1 seeds in Michigan out in the East. You got Michigan, Illinois. Oh, that's what it was. I didn't see the other one. Okay.
So 7, huh? What's that?
No. I'm tripping. So Gonzaga's the 1 seed, Baylor, Illinois, and Michigan. Those are 1 seeds. Obviously, my UConn Huskies, 7 seeds. We got Maryland or Saturday, I believe. We're gonna handle business.
Yeah, I'm a Tar Heel fan, basketball fan, and I try to tell D, but we made the turning. But we got Wisconsin, man. We at 8 seed, man. That's gonna be a tough game for us, man. Wisconsin they're pretty solid, man. Down year for us, but we made it. The Dukies did not. So
who else didn't make it? Another
Kentucky.
Duke and Kentucky. First time since 76, both of them didn't make it.
Yeah.
And it's out in Indy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You got March Madness out there.
Yeah. So it's gonna be a good vibe, man. Who y'all got, man? We should do a bracket or something, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and fill one out and pretend like I know what the hell I'm talking about. But I'm gonna send my UConn back to what you say. It'll be quick and painless.
Hey, I don't doubt you, but sure, it's been a tough year for us, man. The Tar Heels, man, it's been a tough year for us. We gonna see.
You've been watching them. You ain't been watching UNC like that.
But when I do watch,
be ugly.
It's been ugly.
Shout out to what's Georgetown seed?
12.
Patrick Ewing, first player coach to win the Big East as a player and a coach.
Yeah. They the 12th seed.
They were the 12th seed. Yeah, they going into the championship game. They were 8-point dogs, I think. They end up winning by like 20 something.
Yeah.
So shout out to them. Hold on. It's my baby. Hey, big girls. Hey, you guys are better golfers. I agree, baby. Y'all actually start golfing. Actually put them in golf lessons. Saw them out there hitting. I said, I got to get out here. I can't have my babies better than me. Shout out to my babies.
That's what it is. What up, Madison?
Madison, they on spring break. They on spring break right now. What else we got, man? Man, what else y'all want to talk about, man? Nice Monday, beautiful Monday down. Help everybody weather. I got the UConn ladies. Yeah, I mean that you got to go to UConn ladies. That's never a bad bet. Got Paige buckets out there, holding it down. Another great in the UConn building. I'm gonna go with who you going to win it all? On the men's side.
On the men's side, that's gonna be tough, man. It's gonna be Gonzaga looks good. Michigan was looking great, but they lost one of their big dogs, man. So I don't know how that's gonna work out for them. I don't know, man.
They got the odds right here. The odds, Gonzaga's the favorite, obviously. The overall seed. Baylor 2, Michigan 3, Illinois.
Yeah, Michigan gonna be out of there. They lost their top dog, man. That's gonna be tough for them. Illinois is tough.
Houston,
I don't know. I don't want to sound like I don't want to just say Gonzaga, but I don't know, man. I'm just looking for a good one, man. Good tournament, man.
I'm going to Zags. I'm going to favorites. I'm going to bad favorites. No surprises there.
But
no surprises there, man.
I own them, man.
Who?
So I'm about to. I own them, right? So who? We got a legendary coach out there, right? Mm-hmm. So this is his 5th team. I think he took Louisville. I'm trying to think of the 5 teams that he took.
Let me see. What's his name?
Yeah, Mr. Peabody. I just want everybody to have a good time. Give me some good TV, man, so I can watch. You know what I mean? Rick Pitino, right? So Rick Pitino.
Oh, Rick Pitino, bro! I didn't even know Rick Pitino was out there.
Yo, Rick Pitino. This is his 5th team that he's coached to take him to the tourney, yo. You can say what you want to say about my guy, but he a hell of a coach.
It's a lot of guys out there. Nobody's perfect, man.
At all.
Nobody's perfect. Like you said, he a damn good coach. So let me see these teams she done took. I had a basketball scholarship, so I own her.
Iona?
Yeah.
Where that's at? Where they at?
That's the school. I think that's a school in New York, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see.
Actually, y'all can join the Women's Watching Sports Live bracket. Okay. I'm gonna have to tap into that.
For real. Let me see. Let me make sure. Yep, New Rochelle, New York. Yeah, man, I could have went up there and been an Iona legend. Yeah, man.
Watch out for Michigan State. They got in and can make a run back to the crib. That's all.
That's Tone, man. Tone a homer, man.
Homer, yeah, that's all they gonna make. Not this year.
Yeah, Izzo ain't shaking it up, man. What about NBA, man? You been tapped back in?
Not really, man. Not really. I haven't been watching a whole lot of TV. But nah, I haven't really tapped back in to the NBA like that.
Yeah, I'm back in, man. My MVP favorite.
Who you got?
Who I had? Remember we talked about it. I think last week. I had Embiid. Embiid was my MVP favorite. He hurt his knee, so he'll be out for probably 2-3 weeks.
Who you got?
I mean, Harden been playing. Harden been playing out of his mind even without KD. LeBron, obviously, but they ain't been winning like that. I got to put Jimmy Butler in the mix too, man. the Heat, we don't won like 10 out of last 11. Jimmy Butler didn't even make the All-Star team, but I think I'm gonna put him in my top. I'm gonna put Jimmy Butler at 3. I'm gonna put James Harden at 2. James Harden gonna be at 1. I put LeBron at 2. So Bron, Harden, Jimmy Butler, Jimmy Buckets.
Okay, that's
gotta go with the home team, man.
Yeah, you definitely gonna go with the home team. But I do want to say shout out to Melo, man. Shout out to Melo. Just passed Hakeem Olajuwon 11th all-time on the NBA scoring list.
Stay mellow. What you think about these young boys hitting the celebration, man? And Anthony Edwards hit a 3 on them last night.
That's respect.
Then hit his own celebration.
Hey, I mean that's part of it, you know. I think Melo said, you know, he did it. It was, you know what I mean, paying homage, you know what I mean, respect to the OG. Obviously, Anthony Edwards, you know what that is all about. You know what I mean? That's just come with the game.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, man, I think it's all love.
Yeah, it's respect. And them young boys balling, man. Anthony Edwards, obviously number 1 pick. A lot of people thought LaMelo would be. LaMelo's having
a great year,
a great rookie year. So before I started watching basketball again, when football season was still going on, I'm like, I kept seeing LaMelo highlights. You know, every highlight page I followed was LaMelo. So I'm like, man, is this dude? I had to ask on Twitter, man, is this dude nice like this, or do the pages just love him? And most people was like, hey, man, it's both. So now that I've been watching the kid, man, dude just got that it factor. He got that flair. He got that feel for the game. LeVar was right, man. Shout out to LeVar Ball, man. Got both his sons. Even Lonzo been playing better since little bro been in the league balling. So shout out to the Ball brothers, man.
Nah, they doing their thing, man. Doing their thing for sure.
Shout out to the Ball brothers.
Nah, this was a good conversation too when you was talking about the MVP candidates or whatever, and Barkley was like Chris Paul should have been up there. I don't think Chris Paul gets talked about enough as far as what he does when he goes to different teams, man.
Yeah.
Just like even with he went to OKC last year, like you wasn't talking about OKC, but he got there, he took him to
nobody expected that,
new heights, and then I know even with me, when we talked about it earlier this year before the season started, I'm like, man, Phoenix not going to be in that top 5 in the West, but I think right now they might be sitting at number 2, at the number 2 spot.
Yeah, it's close. And I was having that debate going into the season when he went there. I told my boys they'll be I said they'll be a 4 seed.
Yeah.
And obviously, there was some other things that went on in the West, but they looking good, man. I knew it would help Booker. You know, Booker's been a stud for some years, and I just didn't really have enough help. Obviously, got the young boy Aiden. They had a good coach. They went on a run last year in the bubble, if you remember.
Yeah.
I want to say they damn near were undefeated in the bubble, if not undefeated. So, shout out to Phoenix, man.
Nah, definitely.
That city. Obviously, it's a good city to be good in too.
No, boy. AZ, man, I miss AZ.
AZ nice, man.
I miss AZ.
But okay, Rusty, you checked out the Sam. Hey man, Rusty, you gotta be patient, man. You gotta be patient. You know what I mean? The cream always rises to the top, man. It's patience. You know what I mean? You gotta master your craft while you know what I mean? It's coming though. But matter of fact, you just reminded me that third video is coming out tonight, and then I'm gonna move on. Matter of fact, y'all should tell us in here, man, what quarterback y'all want broken down next. And what you still feel the same about that Jet situation, right? Stay with Sam Darnold and build around him.
Yeah.
I'm saying ship him up out of there.
I'm saying ship him up out of there.
Ship him up out of there, man. And he showed improvement too, man. As the year went on, so the last game that I'm gonna put out today, he played again week 15. He played against the Rams, and he had by far the best game that I broke down at least. Then he played against the Browns, so 2 back-to-back playoff teams. He played his best football. You know, in that time of the season when you 0-13, they was going into the game. You know, that's when you can bags already packed. Trip to Cancun already booked. So, but he went out there and played his best ball. So I definitely think there's potential there. But if I'm the Jets, man, And Joe Douglas didn't draft me. If I'm the Jets and I got that number 2 spot, I can go and get Fields. I can go and get Wilson. I go and get one of those guys.
You're not sold on Wilson.
I'm not, but
right.
I mean,
so I just can't. I can't just say, "Oh, I ain't draft the guy, so I'm gonna get him out of here. I'm gonna roll my dice on this guy." Like,
nah. it ain't just that. But I mean, if you ain't, I mean, this dude, he just not consistent enough. He's not consistent enough, and the turnovers, too many turnovers, and a lot of people put on the coaching, put it on the O-line, put it on the weapons around him. And when you check out the breakdown, you'll see that that's not always the case. So. I mean, I move on from it. And if you, I mean, you can go 2 different ways. Me personally, I'm moving on from getting one of these young guys.
Yeah, I think that's just where we at in this league right now. I just think you kind of fall in the same GM. Just hey, we gonna get this young guy, and then just like with Tua. He don't pan out. Now you want to get rid of him. Like, oh, you got to be.
You still
patient,
got time, man.
We got to be patient. We just can't all of us. Get him out of there. Get him out of there. Like that position.
So you the patient GM.
The who?
You the patient one.
The patient one. Nah, I'm gonna be strategic. I'm gonna be logical. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna sit with my team. And we're gonna make a sound decision, very sound decision making. That gotta be the number one thing when I'm the GM. We gotta make sound decisions. Like with the Sam Darnold, if we hire Justin Fields, hey, well, let's talk about it. Justin Fields, you can come in here and what is he working with? Let's talk about the situation. Like I said, your GM hat, you not how on Wilson, so I know you want.
Well, I would say I'm not high on him. I'm just I like Fields. I like Fields.
You want to pick him at 2?
No, I wouldn't pick him at 2. I like Fields more personally. A lot of people compare Wilson to Mahomes and nah. I mean, nah. I just don't see the consistent. Nah, I'm just not going with him at that point. So if it's I'm not going with him.
Yeah,
I like Justin Fields though. I like Justin Fields a lot. So I go in that direction, man, because I think Justin Fields, I think his ceiling, he'll be able to compete and possibly beat Josh Allen a couple times a year. And that's what you're going to need in that division to get to the playoffs year in and year out. So I don't think Sam Darnold will be that guy, personally.
Yeah.
I just don't see it. Just don't see it. So I'm seeing a lot of people put in Kyler Murray. Okay. That'll be a good one. Kyler Murray. Nah, Jordan Love don't have enough tape. I actually was looking at Bridgewater the other day. I think Bridgewater kind of get a nod.
He got a bad rap.
Yeah, they disrespecting Bridgewater, man.
Bridgewater's a starter. I don't understand what people be thinking about how you can play. Like that quarterback position is tough, man. Like obviously you got different levels at the quarterback position. But that's a tough position to play. And I just think people downplay that where, you see a Brady, you see a Manning, you see an A-Rod, and you're like, well, they doing it. Everybody should be able to do it at that level. that's not the case. You know what I'm saying? Like
it's tough, man.
It's tough, and it's levels to it. And you got to put respect on people's names, man. Like, I get it. You know what I mean? It's the business of performing. I get that. But it baffles me sometimes when just hear people like, oh, he saw it. Like, yo, like, chill out. Like,
that's a fact. That's a fact. It's a tough position. There's a lot of information you got to process. Very short amount of time. Obviously, coaching matters at every position. That quarterback, man, you touching the ball every snap. So, you got to be on point. There's a lot coming with it. A lot of times, quarterbacks get too much credit.
Yeah.
A lot of times they get too much blame. But the media, man, the media is powerful with anybody, any position. I know DBs who are, I think, average DBs, but the media hypes them up to be more than they are, and it goes the other way too. So that media, once that machine get behind you and are pushing you in either the negative or the positive light, that thing can get ugly real quick.
Yeah.
Real quick.
So what you think about Trey Lance, man? Because they showed some video of him at his pro day. Obviously, he didn't get a lot of play time this year, But
played one game.
Yeah, one game. What you think about him? You know, strong arm. He can move. Athletic.
Strong arm. I think he's a great athlete. Didn't start playing quarterback until his senior year in high school, I believe. You know, doesn't have much tape. Obviously, went to North Dakota State, so wasn't playing great talent even when he was playing. Me personally, I'm not drafting him that high. You know what I mean? I can definitely see him just because of his talent. I can see him being a first round pick, but I would rate him probably 5th in this class. You know, you got Lawrence, obviously, you got Wilson and Fields. How you rate them? You got Mac Jones out of Bama. Yep. And then I think Lance will be right there just because of his talent. You know, he'd probably be one of the best runners at the quarterback position when he gets in there. Obviously, he has the arm talent. It's just gonna come down to reading coverages, you know, anticipating throws, fitting in tight windows. Because you know that's the toughest part of going from a college quarterback to a pro quarterback is being able to diagnose those things. You know, quickly. So that's tough. With that short amount of time that he's been playing the quarterback position, I think it's going to be tough. The talent is there. I'm just always a little weary of these guys who fly up the draft boards at this time of the year, even though he's been talked about. Even with Zach Wilson, like as soon as you get towards the end of the season, now all of a sudden he's the number 2 pick of the draft. Like all year he was a mid first rounder maybe, and now he's in the. I'm a little worried about shit like that. So. Yeah, we'll see though.
But man, I'm happy for these young boys, man. I'm happy for them though.
Absolutely, always
that chance, man. So we don't want to be on here like we knocking. We always gonna big up the young guys.
Always,
but we definitely gotta talk about the game. Got to talk about
facts. You know, gotta keep it a buck. Gotta keep it a buck, man. Hold on, let me swap this battery out real quick.
Yeah. So somebody asked me about that Brandon Marshall game where he broke the record. Yeah. AB, what was it like playing in that game where Brandon Marshall broke the all-time catch record? Say it was cool. I mean, we won. We got the dub. And he was obviously they was featuring him that game. He was catching a lot of intermediate routes. So I mean, you can have that. As long as you wasn't hitting us with them like 15 catches, 300, 400 yards. But you know, B. Marshall, man, he was a beast, man. But in the game, it wasn't nothing crazy. We was panicking. I mean, obviously on the stat line, it would be like, you know, well, won't you, you know, shift the coverage to B. Marshall. But it was a lot of, you know, slants and 5-yard ends and things of that nature. So if you got to do that, I mean, you can do that pitch and catch all game. A lot of offenses aren't patient enough to continue to do that all the way down the field. So to have a good defense is like, you know, nothing over your head, you know, keep everything in front of you. And at the end of the day, that's what we was doing. So, but he did break the record on us, though. Man, we was talking about this earlier. Casey Hayward, man, it really can go anywhere. And be a sudden impact for that defense, a positive impact for that defense. In the defensive back room, plays at a high level. I've been playing at a high level for a long time, so it's I wouldn't mind seeing him in Green Bay.
Think you have a reunion out in Green Bay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. They need another corner out there. I think at least.
Yeah, I don't think that would be a bad move.
Hell no. I saw a question from Chris. We get to this. Chris, shout out Chris.
Yeah.
Shout out. What do y'all think of going on in Chicago with their quarterbacks in there? Also, is Seattle and Russell on the same page? So what you think about that? I definitely got my opinions on it.
What's going on in Chicago? Chicago, they trying to get Russ. You know what I mean? They're gonna try. I think they try to do any and everything they can do to get Russell in there. It's Seattle and Russell on the same page. they might be on the same page, but Seattle might be at the top of the page and Russell might be at the bottom of the page. Obviously, I think it's some, reconciliation that they could possibly get into before that time. But obviously, when we the folks on the outside, when we hearing these talks, obviously something is going on. And as you can see, Russell's getting up in his years. He can't really do what he used to do as far as a young player, where he could be that magician back there running around. So, he wants some help.
Man, Russ still balling, man. Russ still,
like I said, Russ can't do
Houdini back there, man.
Nah, hell nah. That shit's about to come to an end. That's about to come to an end. But, if Russ can get out there to Chicago, that might be a move.
I mean, yeah. I mean, they franchise Allen Robinson. I think, but I don't see him moving this year just because of that dead cap hit that'll be on Seattle. I think it'll be $39 million on Seattle that they have to pay without having him on the roster.
On the roster, yeah.
That I just don't see that happening personally. The Bears said they're gonna reports said they're gonna let Trubisky test free agency, which we anticipated. And a few different quarterbacks have kind of put themselves in that Chicago market. Obviously, it's a big market. What is it? The second or third largest city?
Probably not the second.
I think you got New York, you got LA, Chicago. It's up there. It's up there. It's up there as far as sports markets. So if you're a quarterback, I mean, it makes sense with that defense. And it's been reported that Russell likes the offense. He likes Nagy apparently. So which is surprising to me, but where there's smoke, there's fire. And, he hasn't come out and really said anything to clear the air, Russell. I think unless we see – I think what we need to see from the Seattle staff – if I'm a Seattle fan, I want to see like Pete Carroll, the GM, and Russ sitting up there having a joint press conference saying, hey, man, everything is good. We're going forward this year. Woody-woo. Go Hawks. Outside of that, I'm nervous if I'm a Seahawks fan.
Hey, you should be. You know what I mean? When you got your franchise quarterback talking about, I would go to these places, you better be nervous. You better be nervous because I don't see that offense doing what they're doing. And we kind of talked about throughout the season, where at the beginning of the season, Seattle offense was here. It came out hot. And, gradually just kind of, not say tank, but, wasn't playing at the level they were when they started the season. So if you put anybody else back there in that quarterback position, I don't think that Seattle offense runs the way it does.
For sure.
Yeah, so.
The Bears, that's crazy. Bears never had a 4,000-yard passer? That's wild. That's really wild. The Bears.
I'm trying to think. I mean, Bears has always kind of been like a run. Like even when I was there, you got to think Rex Grossman, right? So you had Thomas Jones and who was Texas?
Was Benson there?
Benson, yep.
Yeah, Cedric Benson.
Cedric Benson. And then from there, we went Matt Forte. So it's always had some run first offensive schemes.
Yeah, it's a new NFL. You better get you a passer back there that can make it happen.
Money making Mitch.
What money making that? I don't see him.
Nah, I was talking about Mitch Trubisky.
Yeah, like I said, I don't see him. Hey, man, he had you fooled last year too. Going into the playoffs. Don't think I forgot.
Nah, it wasn't
a damn sleeper.
It was, man. Mitch was playing well. He was playing well towards the end. He was playing well towards the end with that defense. Shit.
And he won the MVP on that Nickelodeon game. Kids was out there trolling. But yeah, you think Mitch gonna land on his feet?
Yeah, man. I'm speaking positivity to everybody, man. Everybody gonna land on their feet, man. I ain't gonna wish no ill fate on nobody. He gonna land on his feet. Whether it's a starting job, who knows? But I think he'll get another opportunity sometime soon.
Yeah, it was crazy. Mitch coming into the draft, he was another one of those quarterbacks who had a lot of talent, but limited playing experience.
Yeah.
And obviously they jumped up there and drafted him at 2, which was before Mahomes, before Deshaun Watson, which he'll never be able to live that down. But like you said, we speaking positively. So hopefully, Maserati Mitch, money making Mitch, land on his feet.
He'll land on his feet.
In another role, man. Yeah. Another starting role. Hopefully, we'll see. It's a lot of spots out there.
No, it is. And as you talk about, everybody needs a quarterback, whether it's a starter or a backup. You know what I mean? You need two quarterbacks that can get the job done. So, like I said, I think he'll land on his feet. If it's a starting role, I'm not sure, but he'll land on his feet.
All right, man. What news? As soon as we get off air, it's gonna be some contracts that start to hit the airwaves. Because you already know this tampering thing. These deals already been.
They already done. Them
these deals already
last night, Saturday, all weekend.
Fact. So damn. So give me one, man. Predict one free agent deal that we see at 12:01 Eastern Standard Time. Oh shit! It's 12:01 right now.
12:01. I'm gonna say, since we were talking about the Ravens, I'm gonna say Galladay to the Ravens.
Kenny Galladay to the Ravens.
To the Ravens.
I'm gonna be hopeful here. I'm gonna go Galladay to the Colts.
Damn. So
I'm gonna go Galladay to the.
So T.Y. out of there?
I mean, that don't necessarily mean T.Y. out of there. But I did see yesterday that the Dolphins be interested in T.Y. And I can't forget the other. I mean, I can't remember the other team, but that'd be dope if T.Y. came down here. If he did finish his career in Indy, if he came home back to Miami, finished his career.
T.Y. need to finish in Indy, man.
Dope. But yeah, I see. I'm gonna go Galladay. Now you know what? I'm gonna go Galladay or Trent Williams to the Colts.
I like the Trent Williams.
Yeah, I love the Trent Williams move. Maybe they go draft in that direction, but I feel like it's these next 2 years they got to try to finesse this. They got to get to a bowl, man. Down to Indy, they got the quarterback. You got the quarterback. You got to protect him, man. You got to protect him on the blind side. So if we can get Trent,
they close, man. The Colts are close, man.
They close.
Yeah. But now we'll definitely be keeping y'all updated on these free agent moves. I think everybody loves this time of year. Mm-hmm. Everybody getting that big money.
Full up to the Packers. Who else y'all got? Go ahead and make a couple. We about to get off.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see who's gonna be right, man. So Tone said Fuller to the Packers. Let me see. Yeah, Trent balled last year too, man. I'm happy for him. Chris wanted them Corey Davis to the Ravens. That'd be big. Jonnu Smith too. Jonnu Smith gonna be a big pickup somewhere. He a good tight end, touchdown machine coming out of Tennessee.
Yep.
But yeah, man, we're gonna get up out of here.
Man, we appreciate y'all as always.
Yes, sir. Y'all hold it down, man. Hope y'all enjoyed another episode of the Man to Man Pod. We back on Thursday, which is my birthday.
Oh,
so, you know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all come bearing gifts, man.
I might come on here with a little drink.
Yeah,
a little sip, a little sippy sip.
I bring an early drink, man.
Yeah, celebratory drink.
Early drink, man. Bringing in 35, man.
Woo.
I ain't gonna lie, them fives hit different. Them fives hit different.
We're getting up there.
Word. Fives hit different. You see my beard growing in and shit. I'm finally growing up. All right, man. We out of here.
All right, man. Y'all be good.
Uh-oh, vitamins. All right, Foxy, hold it down.